When it comes to intuitive abilities, I have a very strong opinion about what it actually, quote, takes in order for you to see your intuitive abilities come online. If you are new here, my name is Paget Kagy. I am a frequency healer or quantum energy healer. Amanda asks, how did I know when my abilities came in? What was the process? What was the evolution like? So for me personally, I'm able to read people's energetic patterns. So for instance, I will have someone in front of me and I'll be able to tap into their energetic field and see where they have some stuck energies, see the kind of patterns that are recreating in their reality over and over. And this could literally include something like you get success and then you lose it. It could literally be something like you get taken advantage of over and over again. You get pushed around, you carry other people's burdens and you don't even realize that you're taking on other people's energies from your parents, from your grandparents. You might not even realize that you have been doing that. But when I tell you the impact that that would have on your reality, you'd go, oh yeah, it kind of does happen like that. I didn't even realize that it could be any other way because again, it was a pattern that was running your reality. So of course you can't see the pattern because it's running your reality. Anyway, when it comes to general abilities, intuitive abilities, this is what I truly believe. Just like how we all look different, we all sound different, we all have different tastes. Some of us like the beach, some of us like the mountains, some of us are really tall, some of us are smaller. Just like that, all of our abilities are also different and unique to us. It's not like one is better or worse. That's literally not even a thing. Just like how no one on this planet is better than another person. We are all just fractals of source consciousness. We are all therefore connected to the all there is. So we all have within us the power of the all there is. Okay, so we are all incredibly powerful. We are all creating our reality. We're all creating all of this. We are connected to everything. That is in our purest nature, is that we're connected to everything. So you who is watching this and listening to this right now, you are a fractal part of source. You are connected to everything, everywhere. You have all of the knowledge within you. You literally do. You have all the power, you have all the knowledge within you. Now, some of us, or rather all of us, we tend to forget a lot of the knowledge that we have within us, and that's really a protective mechanism. So I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but say you're not stabilized enough in this three-dimensional reality, or let's say you're not reaching high enough levels of consciousness or frequency, then you would, let's say, be blocked in terms of the kind of information that would be shown to you. And this is actually a protective mechanism. You do not want to know more than you are able to ground into your reality. You do not want access to knowledge that you are not ready for. And I mean that seriously. That's not just something that I like heard a guru say or something like that. It's true. And I've even seen this and experienced this for myself, where I'm like, wait a second, hold on. I know I asked to see the truth. But I take it back. I don't want to know. I don't want to know my power. I don't want to see the truth anymore. It's too scary. You get to high enough levels, you start to see through this matrix of this reality. It gets a little scary. Okay? We don't want to know how powerful we are until we are actually ready to know it. Sounds crazy. And for most of you guys, you know, you're like, yeah, okay, whatever, that's BS. No, I'm telling you. I am telling you, you don't want to know. It's too disorienting. It would actually drive you absolutely crazy if you were not powerful enough, or grounded enough rather, to hold that knowledge in your body, literally. Okay. This is why sometimes when people are intuitive, but they're not very grounded, they can get a little unstable, because they literally don't know how to reference where they are in this three-dimensional reality. They float around a lot, right, into different realms and realities, and they don't even realize it. So sometimes it's hard for them to create abundance, or hard for them to create in this three-dimensional reality. It's because they're not grounded in, let's say, the higher frequencies that they are accessing. So they're able to go to these higher levels of frequency, but they're not grounding it in this three-dimensional reality. And we want both. So the reason why we are here, guys, is to experience this three-dimensional reality. Now, the more awakened you are, or the stronger you are, or whatever you want to call it, okay, the more that you can integrate higher levels of frequency into your physical body, more that you are able to actually do that, you'll have more access to knowledge at those higher levels of frequency. You want to be both grounded and high in frequency. You want both. You don't just want one and you don't just want another. And in fact, actually, if someone asked me, which one would you rather have? To be honest, maybe I would actually rather be more dense in a sense, because that is why we're here. We're here to experience density. But of course, that wouldn't be very powerful because you would be very limited in this density. Okay, so the higher levels of frequency, by the way, that you can embody in this density, the more possibilities are opened up to you. Right? More of your potential, more of the access to the potentiality within you, the connection with that limitless source that we talked about, you are able to access and bring into this three-dimensional reality. Meaning you can manifest greater things than you ever thought possible. You can receive greater things than you ever thought possible. You can shift into higher timelines of higher potentiality, all of that stuff. All right. That's something that I actually teach my clients. So when it comes to abilities, going back to the point, I can get so off tangent at times because I'm trying to give a really holistic picture of everything. But when it came to my abilities, it came in as As I connected more with that limitless potentiality of source. Okay. So actually, as I became more connected with who I truly am, which is that limitless potentiality that is channeling through me from source, okay, the more truth I could handle, the higher frequencies I could hold, and the more I was able to tap into, let's say, the knowledge base or my abilities that I have access to in my particular way. Because remember, we're all individuals. We all have different abilities and they're all freaking amazing, okay? Nothing is better than the other, right? Any one of your abilities that you have, okay, that's like very particular to you, can create you massive amounts of abundance, can create a most amazing, incredible life. So you don't want to copy someone else's abilities. They are particular to you and they will evolve over time. So literally, 2.5 years ago, I didn't even think that I had abilities. I was like, okay, I'm not intuitive. I can't see anything. My friends can see stuff. My friends can perceive stuff, but I can't see anything. And the reason why is actually because I had so many control patterns and fear patterns in my field that, again, right, guys, if you are not prepared to see through this matrix, you are not going to see it. Your spirit's going to hold you back because your spirit's going to go, hey, this is going to be disorienting for you. This is going to be kind of scary for you. We don't want this for you. And finally came to a point actually 2.5 years ago when I was like, okay, I'm fine. Like, I don't want any abilities because I just don't think I have it. That's not really my skill set. That's not my talents. And that's totally fine. I am just more creative, right? Which I am. And then as I started to work with people, so basically in 2022, the middle of 2022 is when my life really, really changed. Okay. Because I was going from being an actor or pursuing acting and doing the whole entertainment thing to all of a sudden people like coming to me to be, quote, coached, even though I said on my profile, Instagram profile, hey, I'm an actor, right? I got some DMs from people and emails from people being like, hey, do you do coaching sessions? Because I was posting these skits online. And I'm like, yes. So I just said yes. Because I was like, okay, the universe is clearly gifting this to me for some reason, even though I'm not a coach. But I coached a lot of people in my own life, right? I was coaching a lot of people in my own life, which really helped me actually evolve, understand reality. And it was in this process of me actually becoming the best version of me, clarifying all of the energetic garbage that was in my field that was keeping me from accessing my pure essence, that my abilities started to come in and I started to coach people. Now, when I first started to coach people, I still didn't think I had any, quote, abilities or any ability to see into people at all. Okay. And I wasn't really getting any information. I was just coaching them like I would anyone, like you would just talking to someone. And then it wasn't until like my 10th, 12th or something like that session that I just started to get little like intuitive hits and like I would see things, like not physically see it. Like I'm not seeing, a unicorn pop up behind my computer screen, but I would just get impressions of things in my mind. And I'm like, why do I keep on seeing this? It's so random. It's so random. I almost have to say it out loud because if I don't, it's just like, I might be going crazy. So I would just tell my clients like what I was seeing. And there's always something relevant to them in some way, even some obscure way. And I'm like, okay, so I'm clearly accessing something in them. Okay. But it wouldn't happen all the time. It would happen like one in every like few sessions or so. And it wasn't until actually, I decided to launch my program, Quantum Shift Accelerator, which is a 3-month program to help people master their own energy. Because that's really all I wanted. I didn't need intuitive abilities. I just wanted to master my own reality by using energy. And so when I launched QSA, is what I call it, Quantum Shift Accelerator, and I started to actually quote coach people in that container, in that group container, is when my abilities started to evolve and they started to become more regular. You know, as though you were training to ride a bicycle, and all of a sudden, like, you're just realized that, whoa, okay, I'm just riding the bicycle and it's just kind of easy, right? It started to become like that. It was an evolution. I didn't do anything, nothing. I didn't study. I didn't you know what I'm saying? I didn't study to increase my intuitive abilities. I didn't even actually meditate to do that. I wasn't doing anything. All I was focusing on was just becoming a clearer, more powerful, more clarified, more confident version of me. And that is the process that I teach in Quantum Shift Accelerator, which is why a lot of people who come into this process who didn't think they had any intuitive abilities, oh my gosh, they all of a sudden like can see their patterns and they get intuitive hits and everything like that, even though that's not what they came in there for. That just naturally happens. Because you see what I said in the beginning, we all have intuitive abilities, meaning we all have access to everything and all there is. How it comes through, how we access it, the way in which we apply it, the way in which, right, it shows up in our reality is different. Literally, you can be an interior decorator, and that is your gift, and that is you channeling source. That is you channeling for your clients, like what feels good for them. Do you see what I'm saying? That it's not like, oh, I need this kind of ability. No, like, you already have your abilities. All you have to do, and you probably know what they are anyway, all you have to do is become the most purified, the highest version of you. Okay, and you do this by releasing all the garbage that you are not, releasing all the self-doubt, releasing all the fear in your field, releasing all of the patterns that you've accumulated from your lineage or inherited through your lineage, releasing the health issues, releasing all of the energetic garbage that's showing up in your reality. And as you just do this, you naturally elevate to higher levels of frequency. You naturally embody higher levels of frequency in your density, which is what we were talking about. And when you do this, you reach your fullest potential. Like, this is what it actually means to awaken into your fullest potential, is being able to integrate higher levels of consciousness or frequency into your physical reality. This is when life feels really good. Okay, life feels exciting. You're like excited to just be human, right? Colors seem brighter. You are naturally happier. You are naturally more confident. People naturally treat you differently. You are naturally just kind of matched to different levels of things. Naturally. Because your frequency has changed. Your embodied frequency has changed. Your actual core energetic identity has changed. And it's really just you becoming more of you. That's what all of this awakening process is about, guys. It's you becoming more of you. It's you remembering who you are. It's you coming home to who you are, the powerful creator of your reality. It's very easy to forget. Of course, I'm not saying you're like constantly like, oh my God, I'm the powerful creator. But it's easier for you to be connected to that knowing in you as you elevate to higher levels of consciousness. So that's how my abilities evolved over time, and they're still evolving, like what they are right now. So now when I read people, I can also see certain health issues that come up and certain relationships. Like if they tell me about a partner or someone in their family or whatever, I can see that, I can tap in and see those people as well and read those people. But what my abilities are today, they ain't gonna be the same in like 4 months, right? They're gonna be different. Just like how you are different, just like how your talents as, let's say, a coach, Amanda, who asked this question, a healer, what you're able to do for your clients is going to evolve. It's going to get more efficient. It's going to get better. It's going to get more potent, right? And it's really just you getting better, you getting more potent, you coming into more of your power. And so we don't have to think so much about, oh, when is it going to come in? You already have it in you. Okay? It's not about training anything. So at least for me, it wasn't about training. I didn't train anywhere. I wasn't training to have ability. They just came to me as what? As I clarified into the kind of person who could have them. Meaning, this is another important thing. It's interesting, right? Because if you listen to my story, they only came in when I surrendered that I don't really need them. I don't need it. I don't need it in order to go forward in my life. It came in, like, interestingly, when I finally realized my power of like, wait, I don't need abilities. Like, why do we need abilities? Come on. But they did not show up the entire time. I was like, oh, I need abilities in order to justify helping people, in order to justify like my worth, in order to feel powerful, all that stuff. Notice how that happened. Because I was coming from wanting my abilities from what? From a place of non-worthiness, right? Non-deserving. I am not valuable. Do you see, guys? Do you see how this applies to other parts of your lives and manifestation? That if you come from a place of, I am not worthy, I am not valuable, I need that thing in order to prove that I'm valuable, it just makes it a lot harder. You actually want to come from a place of energetic leverage, which is what I talk about, where you're like, wait a second, I'm so powerful. I don't need any of this stuff. Oh my God, I'm so amazing. I'm so powerful in myself. Oh, it feels so good to be me. And actually, when you're in this place of like, I don't need any of it, it feels so good to be me. When the good stuff comes in, because what? Because you finally have realized what? Your worthiness, okay? You attract what you are an energetic match to. So that is why I always say when it comes to manifestation from embodiment, at least for me and what I teach, it's always about how do I connect with the most powerful, purest essence of who I am. That fractal energy of source that I represent. How do I access that? Because if I access that, I know I'm a match to better always. I know I'm a match to a higher timeline or a higher experience of my reality, no matter what that looks like. You have to release the thinking of what you think you want, focus on becoming who you want to be, and then your reality will be able to come in and match that. But so many people just focus on what they think they want from a lower version of themselves. They don't bother to update the version of themselves who can actually receive those things or those experiences of life. Does this make sense? So anyway, thank you so much for asking this question, Amanda. So good to see you. I hope it was helpful, and I will talk with Steve about the other question that you guys asked. And thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit that like and subscribe and bell button. And if you have any other questions for me, feel free to leave them below. And if you would like to join me in Quantum Shift Accelerator, my 3-month mastermind where I help you unlock the dormant potential within you by connecting you with that purest essence, that purest powerful essence of you, then you can check out the link tree below for Quantum Shift Accelerator and apply below. Until next time, guys, I will see you all later. Take care of yourselves.